Andre, we've done about everything there is to do with that new Frontier behind us. We have towed with it.
No, we have not. There is no hitch on the truck.
All right, well, we have taken it off-road at least.
That was in Utah in the first drive. We couldn't stop. That was not an off-road test.
Well, the great news is that it snowed here in Colorado in September, so I'm thinking there might be some snow up at the top of Webster Pass. So what do you say we take that off-road today?
Oh, you want to drive the Frontier?
No, I'm not going to drive the Frontier. You're the truck guy, so I'm going to chase you with the Bronco, but let's go find some snow. Now, once upon a time, this Frontier Pro-4X would have been as off-road worthy as a mid-sized truck got. But keep in mind that this truck was refreshed after 15 years. And in that time, of course, Jeep rolled out the Gladiator Rubicon, Chevy rolled out the Colorado ZR2, and even Ford rolled out the Ranger Tremor. So now, while this truck is off-road worthy, it is far from being the most off-road worthy of the mid-sized trucks.
Well, the frame is basically the same as it was before. This brand new 2022 Frontier has updated suspension, still Bilstein shocks, but it's been retuned, which is why I cannot wait to go further and really test it out. Here you can see it's almost full articulation, and it's about 9.4 to 9.5 inches of total ground clearance. The truck is riding on these Hankook Dynapro 82 tires, all-terrain tire, but it's not super aggressive. You can see these knobbies are kind of close together, so I wonder how it will perform. So Roman, why did you bring the Bronco? Are you trying to show off or something?
No, Andre, you know, when you get snow in September and you're going up, up to, what is it, 13,000 feet, it's always great to have a buddy with a separate vehicle.
Absolutely, because if something happens, to either one of us, we need to have some backup. I agree.
The one thing I'd like to see on that Frontier is a little bit more ground clearance. I think what they need is to go up at least one size in tires to make it truly the Pro-4X.
I agree. You know what I would like to see in the future too? They could call it the Warrior package. Slightly wider stance, maybe with offset wheels, bigger tires. Yeah.
So what's it feel like now that we're in Colorado actually off-roading it? Does it feel capable? Does it feel solid? Does it feel like it's, ready to handle the Colorado off-road?
Yeah, so first of all, I can tell the truck is a little bit more controlled than it ever was. But it's more of a slow speed crawler. As soon as I pick up my speed, my pace, the shocks, are not liking it. The suspension is not liking it. I don't have enough ground clearance. But as long as I'm going slowly, it feels good.
Yeah, it's funny, this Cold War, maybe it's a hot war that Bilstein and Fox are having. Some of the manufacturers are going right for Fox and some are going for Bilstein. And it's interesting to see which one's picking, who, and which of the two brands is going to become the winner at the end of this.
Yeah, and some are picking both. Like Toyota is using both Bilstein and Fox just for different purposes. It's really interesting. Under the hood is this, a 3.8 liter V6 with class-leading 310 horsepower and 281 pound-feet of torque. This engine actually came out in the previous model year, but now it's here in this brand new truck, and it's made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission. This new truck, of course, has new styling, and it also ties into this, the new aluminum skid plate in the front, and there's several more skid plates behind it, which are steel, and of course these lava red tow hooks that makes them very functional.
All right, Andre, but where is the locking front diff like you would get in a Gladiator Rubicon or even in the Colorado ZR2? Or the separate, bumper that's winch ready that both those trucks also have?
This only has a rear locker, but it also has about 54:1 crawl ratio, so let's keep going, dude. Let's test the crawl ratio.
So, what makes a Pro-4X off-road worthy? Kind of walk me through it, would you?
Well, actually, in Nissan terms for Frontier, it's also the top trim. But what makes it off-road capable is special tires, slightly larger than on another four-wheel drive Frontier. You have a rear locker. The other Frontiers do not have it. You have special shocks, special suspension tuning. You have a few more skid plates, or at least maybe one more skid plate than the other Frontier. But the powertrain is the same. Oh, I just hit my front skid plate, dude.
Ouch! That's the thing about rolling on 35s. You don't worry about that as much. You know, I gotta say, you know what my favorite part is? It looks like a baby Warrior concept, that Titan that they came up with a few years ago, and you put it in that like army green paint. It's a pretty badass looking truck.
Agreed, dude, but I kind of wish I had more ground clearance right now. This is one of those times where I really need OnX off-road maps on my phone, because there's a fork in the road and I've never been up there, but I can tell on the map, and I know that Webster Pass is this way. So it's really handy, Roman.
Yeah, because that way is Radical Hill, and believe me, you do not want to go up Radical Hill by accident. For all you guys out there who say, this is just a dirt road, my Civic can do it, please come here and try Radical Hill in your Civic, and we will film it, and we will make you stars on YouTube. So we're gonna go up a pretty steep incline, and it's gonna, you know, really put the truck off kilter, and we'll see how good that new suspension does at actually keeping all four wheels planted, and we'll see how confident you feel going up the hill. So I will shoot it from the outside, you shoot it from the inside, and let's give it a shot. Let's see if this bad boy is a Pro-4X in name or in fact.
It's pretty easy to actually enable 4 low or 4 high, and also the locker is engaged in low range. So now I'm using all of the tools available to me. Ooh, wow, these are big rocks, very loose. Now I need my cameras, because I need to know that I'm not hitting this big giant boulder. Okay, smallish boulder. And now I am glad I'm in a mid-size truck, because if I was in something much huger, this would be a whole different story.
Andre, be careful!
I don't want to scrape it!
You're losing traction on your passenger side rear wheel. You are off the ground. Oh, close.
Okay, I am... Okay, hold on.
You want to back it up?
I might need to back it up.
All right, back her up.
Oof, this is so close, right here next to me on my driver's side.
You're gonna go over a big rock right about now. So go nice and slow. Okay, there you go. This is where a front locker really helps.
Oof.
Oh, hit the top of the rock.
I don't know if I have the clearance. So maybe I can just... Ah!
You want to call it?
I'm gonna call it.
You gonna call it? Yeah.
I need a front locker, dude.
Yeah, I know. I was saying, I'll go up in the Bronco to show them the difference when you have a front locker. The nice thing about the Bronco is it has not only a locker, but goat mode goes over any terrain. So first of all, I'm going to put it in 4 low. Turns on my cameras, which is great. And then I've got all of my lockers here, so I can do disconnect the sway bar, which gives me a little more articulation. I've got the front locker, I've got the rear locker, and then in goat mode, I think I'm going to select rock crawl. So that's normal, that's eco, that's slippery, it's mud and ruts, sand, Baja, rock crawl. Now, the biggest difference, besides the lockers, of course, is also the fact that now you have 35s. And I can't explain how much of a difference a big tire wheel combo. Once upon a time, like 30s were considered big, and 32s and 33s and 35s, and now of course 37s are becoming the new 35s.
So the Bronco, of course, I mean, it's a whole different class. And this Bronco is about $20,000 more than the Frontier Pro-4X. This truck right there is about $44,000 fully loaded. That Bronco is about 60, what? 63,000.
All right, so here I go. Everything's locked up. I'm letting the truck do all the work. I'm not worried about that rock on my passenger side, because these tires will just go right over it, and this thing will make it look just like a piece of cake. And I'm not trying to make the Frontier look bad. I just wanted to show the difference between what is currently the state of the art in terms of off-road tech. Well, I guess if you discount maybe the coming up Hummer and the Rivian, since they've got motors on each of the wheels. But you know, what is the state of the art in traditional off-roading versus what happens when you don't have all these off-road goodies. There we have it, Andre. The first snow of the season.
That's not the first snow, that's a dusting.
All right, if I can make a snowball out of it, Andre, it counts. How about that?
What?
Hold on.
This is truly first snow,
You
isn't
think that
it?
counts? It counts!
Oh no. How about this?
It counts if I can hit the Frontier with it, okay?
Okay,
Is that fair?
can you hit it?
I don't know, let's see. Here we go.
No, it does not count. Does not.
All right, it doesn't count. It's just a dusting.
Hey Roman, I see snow. Let's go higher, higher.
Well, red cone is a one-way, Andre. So I think we've had our snow, but it's pretty crazy that in September, dude, in September we've got snow. Now, I have a small suggestion for you fine folk at Nissan. What we need, Andre, is a Pro-4X.
Double X?
Triple X.
Well, there you have it, guys. And yes, the truck made it all the way up here. It may not have done every obstacle, but it's still very affordable at 44 grand fully loaded. So I would say it's a good choice if you don't want to do the harder stuff.
Yeah, I completely agree. And as always, it's Roman.
And Andre.
Thanks for watching, and check out TFL Off-Road this time. And thank you to our friends at Onyx for making these fun videos possible. See you guys next time. Ciao.